get ready, tune in, unwind. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to think. So go ahead and get yourself a smooth drink. It's the Smoke World Podcast. Light up your cigar, put your feet up, and don't go too far. So tune in weekly in your car, at home, or on your phone, and listen in the Smoke World Podcast, hosted by Stone.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So go grab that stick, go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have that conversation. We're live at the lounge. You got my man Sketches in the building.
Son.
What's up, man? What's good, brother? What's happening, man?
Good, man. Good, man. I got these Meta glasses.
Yeah, I want to talk about
Ray-Bans.
that. I want to discuss that. What's your opinion of it? First of all, you need to let folks know what that Meta Ray-Ban glasses, what are they? Because you like to start talking about stuff folks don't have no idea what you're talking about.
They're regular sunglasses, Ray-Ban sunglasses. They're heavy. They're regular, you know.
Yeah, they look
I got
normal.
the Wayburst. Put on top of it, they're also Bluetooth speakers, so you could, you know,
hear music,
phone
calls, all that, and they can do video.
And you can also talk in different languages.
Translates
for you. It translates text for you. Translate a sign. It tell you exactly what you're looking at. Well, not exactly. A good 80%.
So I got a question. Okay, so I don't know if you know the answer to this yet. If you're looking at something in a different language,
you tell them to translate that in English.
So we'll do that.
Yes, we'll do that.
Have you tried that yet?
Yes. Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
And it translated for
Yeah.
you. Nice. Okay.
And you say something and it'll translate in your glasses so the other person can hear it in their language.
Okay, can they hear it though?
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it.
Do they have to be rather close to you to hear it, or you have a volume?
Hey, Meta, what am I looking at?
I think I heard something. It says a person sitting on a couch.
Yes.
They say, who's that motherfucker?
Yeah, it's some colored boy.
Yeah. Nick Rose with the headphones on.
Yeah, he
That's what
did
it said. Yeah.
talking on the phone or something.
Yeah.
With headphones. It did say that.
Yeah. So it'll give you about 80%.
Okay.
80%.
Nice. What kind of price range we talking about?
I got a promotion code, so cost me little under $300, like $290 something, cause I got the promo code.
Where can you order this from?
Ray-Bans.
Okay, so they're Ray-Bans.
Ray-Ban.
So
Yeah,
you go to Ray-Ban.
Ray-Ban, yeah.
But
Ray-Ban,
Meta is
Ray-Ban Meta. They make two
the
different
operating system that
Yes.
utilizes.
The operating system is Meta, which is actually Facebook.
Right. Yeah, Zuckerberg. Your boy.
Your boy.
Okay, so you saying about $300.
And you can get
Do they have different colors?
you got different colors. You got
Clear.
You got transition.
Oh, okay.
They also got prescription too. The prescription is about, I think it's $450.
Okay, so you would let them know what your
Yeah,
prescription is.
exactly.
How long does it take to come? About a week, 2 weeks?
Less than a week.
Less than a week.
Less than a week.
So you recommend these things?
Oh, definitely. Of course I do. Especially if you're a person that just like to videotape without always pulling out your phone. You can just say, hey, Meta recording, and just start recording. So the max that it will record is only 3 minutes though. So anything over 3 minutes it stops, and then you just gotta continue again.
So a quick car stop when you're getting stopped by the police. Boom. It's like having a body cam on.
Right. And it's clear. It's clear.
Well, as a content creator as yourself,
And the
this
audio
could
is
be
clear. Right.
this would be a dynamic change for you as you're just walking around basically recording content. Perfect for like a TikTok, Instagram reel.
If you are riding a bike, playing sports.
Yeah, because you're a guy who plays pickleball.
Right. So it shows you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm
What,
playing
with
it, so
pickleball?
you seeing it in first person.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, wow.
So, okay, so now, for those who don't know what pickleball is, it's similar to tennis. I don't know why it has this bad reputation that's only for old people.
Fastest growing sport in America in the last 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know what this whole concept that it's only geared to old people. I don't agree with that. I played pickleball several times, and I think I'm good at it.
Oh, you are.
I think I am. I think I'm good at it. I play. Yeah. I mean, I'm just that kind of guy. I'm not.
Oh, so you need
trying
to come
rag.
out. You need to come out.
Absolutely.
You need to come out this Saturday then.
Now, where you play at on weekends? Because I know.
Glasgow Park.
Okay.
Right by
Now
you.
I'm thinking
You're only 10 minutes away, right?
Glasgow Park. Now, that seems like that may be crowded.
Mm-mm.
Do you have to fight for the? See, it's a spot right around the corner from my house.
Yeah,
It's
but
a school.
Glasgow, you're looking at about 10 courts.
Okay, there's a spot. There's a
courts.
tennis court, right, about 5 minutes away from the house, at a school. They got 2 courts there.
No, so I
And
never wait.
Nobody's never been in there.
I never wait when I go to Glasgow. You know, if the most I wait is 15 minutes for the next game.
Okay, so
Because
now,
it's 10 courts.
I understand. So if you got to wait, how does that work with your game? So you get to play one game, then
If yeah,
courtesy is to what?
yeah, if
To let
somebody,
the next person.
somebody got next, and you know, the winners stay on, and the 2 come on. So the winners stay on.
Because this is tennis courts. Are they playing tennis? They're like,
No,
we're
that's
not-
actually it's not a tennis court.
This is all strictly a pickleball.
Yeah, all pickleball, all professional made just for pickleball. There's a tennis court also. So this is in addition to separate area.
Okay, so this is what I don't know because, forgive me for my naivete. What is the difference between a tennis court and a pickleball court?
The pickleball courts are smaller than the tennis ball court, and the net is not as high. Not as
Okay,
wide,
see, I've been
and not as
playing
wide, and you-
pickleball on the tennis court and been killing jokers.
Oh yeah, you can't. It doesn't work that way
Okay,
because it's more. You got more space. So pickleball is more confined. It's like a miniature type of thing.
Gotcha.
So it's more
so
like playing box ball or handball.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be in a certain area to hit the ball. You got to be. It's called the kitchen. You can't be in the kitchen. You got to be behind the kitchen. You can only go in the kitchen if the ball drops into the kitchen.
So are you trying to take away and diminish my skills because I'm telling you I'm killing people on the tennis
Yeah,
court?
you wasn't killing them.
Wait, I don't know about that. Just a shorter span of distance.
Yeah, but
maybe you're sleeping on my skill.
But you can't step into a box that you probably stepping into the box where you're not supposed to. So you violate.
We just have to see when we go out
Yeah,
there to
violate.
see if I got that skill set.
And did you have a pickleball, a paddle?
Yeah, I had all that. I had all the equipment. Just was playing, I guess, on the tennis courts. That was the only difference.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think you can.
You had an outdoor ball or indoor ball?
That I don't know. To tell you the truth, that I don't know. I'll be lying if I tell you that because I'm not that familiar. My wife got a whole setup, and I don't know if that's an outdoor
she
ball.
played it before?
Yeah, that's what I was playing with. Playing with her friends. They play pickleball, and I was
where
killing
at?
them. And I was like, that's my first time playing,
Okay.
but they
I'm
thought
pretty
I was
good.
maybe because I was fat.
So
they said
you actually get ratings.
it was like pool.
Yeah, it starts from like 2.0 to I think it goes up to maybe 4.0.
The higher the rating, the better the game.
4.5, maybe 5. Maybe go up to 5. Who knows? 'Cause I don't.
But-
Right now I'm at 3.5.
Okay, so the higher the rating, the better you
Yeah.
are.
Yes.
Okay, so how long have you been playing pickleball, sir? It's great form of
This
exercise.
summer's gonna make I guess 2 years.
2 years. Do your wife play? Does she
No,
go out
no,
there?
no.
She don't do none of that.
No. She poke fun. They poke fun. Everybody poke fun at pickleball.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out what that whole thing was about.
I was
Like,
just watching Dirk Nowitzki play. He's professional.
yeah, I don't know
plays
anything
tournaments.
about those individuals, but
You don't know Dirk Nowitzki?
no, sir. Again, like
Dallas
I said,
Maverick power forward for the Dallas Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki,
okay,
the basketball player.
right. He's playing pickleball
Yeah,
now.
they're all playing pickleball.
Okay, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where is this
Jamie
getting
Foxx.
this negative stigma where it's for old people? Well, now you got to remember, now these folks are not that young. They ain't teenagers and they ain't in their 20s. So I wonder how this whole game even caught on. I don't know the background, where it came from, where it originated from. I don't know if you know any
Well,
of that information.
pickleball was actually the name of the guy who made the game. That was the name of his dog. Pickle.
Really?
Yeah. So it had nothing to do with a pickle. It was just the name of his dog was Pickle. So he just made pickleball.
Okay, so he
Ran
made
with it. And I
Okay.
think it came out of California.
came out of
And
California.
then got real popular in Florida and all the hot cities, hot cities. So now all of the YMCA, a lot of the YMCA's and a lot of pals and they all starting to put it inside. It's actually becoming
Is he getting? I wonder if he getting any
getting
money
so
off of
popular
this.
to a point where they charging up to $6 a day. So when you go into the center, you pay $6 a day to play for a couple of hours. And you figure you got 50 people coming
Now,
in.
do they charge people for tennis?
Yeah,
They
of
got to
course
be.
they do. Yeah,
You
of
can't
course they do.
just discriminate against the pickleball because you're playing pickleball. Because pickleball probably is a little bit more popular now than the tennis would be.
Yes, because now you have old people can play and young.
So, okay, there you go. The old
You could
thing.
be actually 78 years old, 81, 82, 83, and really be really good in pickleball.
But not good in tennis.
Yeah, because it's wider, faster.
Interesting.
You running more, so it's more of a settled game.
Interesting.
Precision. It's more of a precision game.
Okay, so I guess I have to find out what my skill set is when I come out to challenge you. And we would be
And-
sure to let
And
the
while
folks
I'm
know.
while I'm playing the pickleball with the glasses on, it's pretty cool too. Because not only that I'm playing, but it also blocking my eyes from getting hit in the face with the ball.
Now, has that happened yet?
Yes,
Really?
I got hit in the eye twice.
Okay, that hasn't happened yet with me. I'm hoping that doesn't. I don't want to have that problem. I need my eyes.
Yeah, you know.
I make money off of these.
I play with some guys that just want to smack the ball
They call
hard.
it pretty. They call me Pretty Brown Eyes. Pretty brown eyes, your
They call you pretty
heart.
black eyes if you come over here to Glasgow.
They might get a little intimidated. Now, okay, speaking of that, okay, is there a certain demographic of people you think that play pickleball more than
Of
another
course, white
demographic?
people play it more than anybody else
Why is that?
because they have more money when it comes to playing that type of sport.
It's not
A
like
lot-
golf. Golf is expensive.
Well-
now, pickleball, I figure
Well,
would be as
it's
expensive.
kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. A lot of these young kids are not going to buy a paddle for $200
Huh?
and then buy the balls for another $40-$50.
For one ball.
Buy a
Or
paddle.
set of balls.
A set of balls. Yeah.
How many balls come in the set?
Sometimes $40. So and then you got to get, and then you're going to lose them all the time. They break. So it's not a cheap sport. And then where you playing at, if you're playing indoors, you're going to pay. So a lot of these young kids don't want to do that.
Interesting. Okay, you're sitting next to a golfer, a former golfer. He's lost his mojo for whatever reason, but
Lost his mojo.
yeah, he's lost. You know, I don't know what happened there, but now golf. Again, you're looking at going to that particular
I've never
course.
played it yet. I never played golf.
Really?
No. I was going to get into it, but then pickleball came out.
You know, you still can get into it. It's,
No.
it's
One
not
sport
like
at a
you.
time.
Oh, okay.
One sport at a time.
How long would this last? You don't know.
I probably got another year in pickleball.
Oh,
Then
you did put yourself on the time.
I do want to go. I do want to go golf.
Now, golfing's challenging, expensive because you need clubs. Now, I'm not getting, some people get into it with the attire, not really sweating all that, look presentable. But to get on these golf courses, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90 to get on it. And then you can't get on every golf course. Sometimes you got to be a member, or somebody has to be a member to bring you on.
I actually drove over there by DuPont's the golf course over there. It felt like a slave plantation. I definitely won't be joining that.
Wow. What made it feel like a slave pen? Okay, talk to me. Why did that?
It
Why
looked
did you
like
get that
it
feeling?
looked like they took an old slave plantation and put
Maybe.
a golf course on it.
Oh, okay.
And it says DuPont Social Golf Club. And I know for a fact there's some shady stuff going on in there.
What do you mean?
Clan meetings.
Oh wow, and that's a hell of an assumption you're making there, brother. You got Freaky Pete over there for that. He's doing all the clan meetings, man. Getting a little gangster.
Yeah.
So you did get a steal. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Okay, so was it this weekend you caught a steal?
Yeah.
Got a
it was-
humidor.
Oh, humidor.
You said it was $1,000 humidor. You was at the flea. So that's why folks need to go to these flea markets.
You got to go to the flea market. You have, especially this one out here, Delaware.
I went to the flea
This-
market,
this-
like I said, maybe about 2 years ago, and got a deal on
Not
a
even that-
humidor.
That's not the only thing I got there. I came off. I went in there and bought 9 bottles of champagne.
Huh?
$3 a bottle.
I'm bounced.
He had a whole case under the table. Yo, what's that? This is Rondell. I says, you selling champagne? Shh, don't say nothing.
Oh, snitches get stitches.
I said, how many you got in the box? He said, oh, no. Like about 10 bottles. So I said, I'll give you $2 a bottle. He says, no, man, I'll give you 2. How about 4? How about 3? I take it, man. Go ahead. So I bought 10 bottles. $30.
Okay, have you drank any of these bottles yet?
Of course I did.
Okay, you're a champagne drinker. Was it fine? Was it okay? Wasn't old?
It's Rondell.
I don't give two hot damn. It was
Yes,
it's
it was Rondell. It was Rondell. It's a $13 bottle.
Got for $3.
$3.
Now, let's let you know that the words expressed here are not the words expressed. You bought some illegal stuff. You buying alcohol at the flea market and you snitching on yourself right now. But that's okay. It's okay.
Well, no, it's not. I don't get in trouble. He does.
Well, you did, man. It's like saying you buying dope.
No,
You're not gonna get in trouble because you buying.
it's legal to buy
What?
alcohol on the street.
What?
You know that?
No, sir, I know that. That's not true, sir.
If he's selling a bottle of Hennessy, I
can't-
can go. I'd be like, yo,
No, sir.
and get
Stop
my money.
it. Sir, I don't know.
He's not selling as a buyer.
I understand you're from Brooklyn, but that would be what we call the negative. So, no, it's not legal to buy alcohol from Ray Ray and Tim and all them. No, it's not. It's not. So don't tell these people bad intel. Even though you're from New York, I know that's how they operate in
It's
New
no
York.
different from buying some Girl Scout cookies.
Sir. Okay, next. Okay, so the humidor. You got a humidor for what, $25 or $20? How much you pay for yours?
Yeah, I went to one table and it was some it was a box. I thought it was a record player. So record player. Let me go check this little record player out.
You thought it was a record.
I thought it was a record player.
Okay, how did?
So I'm like, I like old antique stuff, like record
right,
players. So I looked
we-
inside.
Wait a minute, we could rewind. You thought a humidor.
Was a record player.
How did you? Did it look like a? I never saw
Yeah.
a humidor look like a record player.
The
sir.
one I have look like a record player. The one that you open up and when you close it, it'll start playing.
I understand, but
You never had one of those record players where you
I
open
did.
it up, put it
But
down,
I
when you
don't
close it, it
recall
start
that
playing?
looking like
Yeah,
a
the one I
humidor.
have, yes.
Okay, no problem.
So I looked at it, and then when you look through the glass, you see this electrical box. So I thought, okay, that's the thing to turn the record, to turn it from 35 to the 33 to the 45. Remember the little switch, you know?
Yeah.
So I looked and I saw Cigar Haven hydrometer. So I'm like, what? Hydrometer? I said, that's for cigars, isn't it? So I open the box and I see the cigar tray, and then I see cigar residue. And then I pick up the device the electrical device, and I was like, yo, this is brand new. Wow. Turned it over. I'm like, oh, so you plug it in? Okay, cool. So I closed it.
Plug it in.
So I closed it. The guy had his back turned. I closed it. Oh shit, it's a humidor. So I'm thinking, man, this thing costs at least $400 in my mind, my head. At least $400. Brand new. So I was like, all right, hey, yo, how much for the box? I ain't let him know it was a humidor.
It's a record player.
How much for the box? I think I was gonna use it for storage. He says, give me $25 for it. I says, damn, man, that's just messed up a little bit. How about 20? Oh man. How about yeah, 20. I do 20. I went in my pocket faster than the rabbits is fucked.
So you made it come up on it.
Come up. But see, I'm thinking $400, $350 tops, 400 tops. I grab the box. I run to the car. Put the box on the side of me. I open it up. Read the name on there. Go on YouTube. Not YouTube. Got on Google, and I typed it in. $1,000.
How many cigars does it hold?
Over 500.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look that big on that picture. I'll give you $30 for it then.
500 cigars. Over 500 cigars.
All right, so you paid what, 20?
20.
I'll give you $35.
I'm gonna add another 2 more zeros. It's gonna be $3,000 when I fix it up.
Bro, I'm trying. I mean, this is how you. Okay, let me help you out here. When you buy and then you sell.
No, I'm keeping it.
Nah, man.
I'm gonna sell the humidor I have. I have 2 humidors, so now I'm gonna sell one of those.
What's the capacity of the ones you're selling?
100.
You look a little doubtful right there when you said
100.
100.
A little over 100. A little over 100. Because, you can't really put, 100 Toros in there. They be saying, you can't really put the max.
I
They
understand.
be counting nubs and cigarellos.
So you ain't trying to sell it?
No.
You
Matter
sure?
of fact, I got it in the car right now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you want it?
What's that? Which one?
The humidor.
The new one or the
No.
old ones?
The old one is really new. I haven't used it. I had one that
Okay,
I had a
the one-
humidor that I bought that I leave in the garage.
The
Brand new.
one
I
that's in
didn't
the car
use it.
right now is
The one I don't use.
The one you
new,
don't
yeah.
use. And what's the price on that one?
$1.
Buck what? Like $100 buck?
$100.
Hold on, man. So you got a 500 count humidor for $20. Then you trying to sell me a busted up joint?
Not bust
that
brand
can
new.
hold 20 cigars
No,
for
it's a new.
$100.
It's a new. It's a new
For
humidor.
$100, bro.
And it holds over 100 cigars.
Bro, the prices got to come down a whole lot. You know you're in the hood.
It has a hydrometer in it.
I don't give two hot damn if it got Shaniqua in it. Ain't nobody spend no $100 stinking dollars for no. Come on, man.
Shaniqua ain't worth $100.
You right about that? That's why I'm not giving you $100 for it. That's crazy.
It's new.
What do you mean it's new? It was at your house. You was using it.
I didn't use it. I told you I didn't use it. It was in my garage. I didn't use it. I took it out the box, put it in my garage. Never used it.
And you think you're getting $100 for it? How much you pay for that?
180.
And you think you're getting $100? You know you're not gonna never sell that, right? You know that for $100.
I'll get it. I'm gonna get $100 for it.
From who? What you
Somebody-
put on Facebook, Google Marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe you can sell it on the podcast. You can let folks know they can go look at it.
I might throw 5 cigars in it too.
You're gonna have to throw. You're gonna have to throw
5
more than that
cigars.
because 5 cigars
I put
cost more
5
than
cigars in
humidor.
there.
Come on, man.
I might $5 cigar. I'll probably put 5 cigars in there.
You gotta put something in there. You think you can sell it for $100, brother? What are gonna be Fuentes, Opuses? What we talking about right now? You trying to sell a humidor for $100 that you
Some
just
Gurkhas
bought
in
one
I'll put some
500
Gurkhas
count
in there, some
for
Macadoons.
$20 stinking dollars. Come on,
Some
son.
strong and some sweet. So you get both options.
Maybe your girl Beth can. Maybe Beth, somebody like that.
I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get it. Somebody's gonna get it. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna get it. And it's lit. It's lit. So you plug it in. Lights, flash.
I don't care about. I need to know if it's gonna hold your goddamn humidity or not. No, I don't care about that fanciness. Yeah, all that fancy stuff, bro.
Fancy.
Yeah, no, they don't work. Your cigars dries in the motherfucker. You ain't Jones cracking like leaves. Come on,
It has
son.
a hydrometer in there. Big.
Some things don't even
and
work, bro.
And I'm throwing a digital one in there for free.
The hydrometers don't
And I'm
work
throwing a
like
digital
that.
one in there
Well,
for
you
free.
need to throw a lot of stuff in there for $100.
I'm throwing 5. So I'm gonna put 5 cigars and I'm throwing
I'll tell you
the
what.
hydrometer in there.
If you throw me in 10 sea moss, 5 cigars, and Shamika for 2 days, I'll give you $100 for it. Otherwise, yeah, it ain't gonna happen, brother. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, bro. I mean, your price is a little high. Your price is too high. You need to cut it. Come on, man.
Humidor's expensive. It's expensive. Cigars is an expensive game.
Let's speak from the man who just paid $20 for a 500 count humidor. Come on,
what?
son. Coming from the man who just spent $20 that you just robbed the guy.
Right.
Told him was a record
If-
player. And now you trying to sell me a
So
humidor
it's
for
my
$100.
so it's my
That's nowhere compared
So it's
to
my
what you
fault that
got.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Huh?
Huh? It's my fault that I was born in the projects, huh?
Listen, I ain't gonna bat the
I was
hustle.
going. If he would have said $40, I would have gave him $40.
Now you want me to give you 100 for your 100 count. And you just now said, well, you know they can't really hold 100. So we looking at a 50 cigar.
No, it was 80.
80.
80 any size cigar.
Okay. Good luck with that, man. I'm trying to hook you up. I'm looking out for you.
And it lights up. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Nice.
Okay, bro. Who cares about lighting up the humidors? Who's looking for that?
These young cats.
What? Young cats. Come on, son.
I'm gonna get it off. Watch you see.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that. I am curious to see that. $100 for the light up, cute humidor. What color is it? What colors does it light up to be? Like LEDs or something?
Yeah.
Lights up on the outside,
Yeah,
or when you
LED.
open it up, it lights up so you can see your,
No, it's already-
see your cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
It lights up in the inside.
Oh, you think batteries or you plug it up?
Plug it up.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna pay electric bill for that. You know,
Nah,
electric
it's
bill's gangster right now.
it's low. It's low. LED is low. Probably cost you about 25 cents a day.
Because you know you got your heat on 78 around the crib, so I can imagine your electric bill and gas bill is gangster.
Well, you know.
What was the last bill, bro? If you keep your heat at 78, bro,
A little over 5.
and that's every month.
No, only in the
I'm
yeah.
saying every month when it's cold.
Every month. No, it's the same thing in the
Okay, so summertime, air conditioned. What's your temperature in your house? So you don't like to be cold, so you ain't got to worry about. I guess. Well, I'm assuming. I'm gonna make an assumption. I'm gonna be wrong. Maybe make this assumption. Your wife doesn't like to be cold.
So inside in the summertime I keep it at 68.
Ain't that kind of chilly for her? She don't want to be cold.
In the summertime, I keep it at 68.
Okay. You got solar panels?
Mm-mm.
You need to look into that.
I don't like
buddy.
the sweat.
You need to look into them solar panels, bro.
On top of the house?
Absolutely. Okay.
No, it's
well,
not worth it. And that's not worth it
What are you talking about? It's not worth it.
because the solar panels you don't benefit from it.
Who you smoking crack?
You know you have to. You know when you get solar panels, you got to sell that power to the back to the county.
No, that's only if you excess, and you won't have any excess. Don't worry about that part. I'm telling you that right now. You won't be selling anything to nobody. Don't even sweat that. You hear all that. Oh yeah, we got excess.
So why spend $20,000?
So here's the thing, sir. You wouldn't buy them outright. You would just basically lease to own. That's the bet. I wouldn't rent because it's like $40,000. Depends on how many you would need. Depends on how big your roof is, square footage of your home.
Now
But
financing $40,000. That's $70,000 gonna cost me.
Sir, you'd be moved out by then. Brings the property value up, and you saving money because you like to have your heater on,
Well,
your gas.
I just lost my property value because I just spent $70,000. So that
no.
the value of my house,
Peace and love.
I done lost my value.
No, you don't, sir. How you losing value by putting solar panels in your house?
Because my property value goes up $100,000, but I paid $70,000.
You're not buying them
out.
outright, sir. You're not doing that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you a fact.
When you sign that contract and they want $40,000 for that solar panel, you're going to pay $40,000.
40,000. Okay. So again, you're getting a lot of bad intel, man. I'll let you slide on the record
Anytime when
player
you
here
finance
before.
something, they're making profit.
I understand. I'd
I'd rather take that $70,000
but
and
you're
buy
gonna
off the house.
you're gonna save X amount of dollars per month because now you're not utilizing as much electric, especially for a guy who wants his house at basically 80 degrees in the wintertime. Gas is
Instead
gangster
of
in Delaware right
financing,
now.
I'd rather take that money and double my mortgage.
Okay, sir. Jonathan.
Right?
Jonathan's here.
And
Yeah.
that's where I make the money
I'm
at.
hoping I can have a reasonable
That's where I make
conversation.
my money at.
The witch doctor now is pushing back. Again, it's personal.
Why would I give the white man my money when I can
white
give
man.
myself and pay
Wow.
off my house faster?
I don't know where this podcast is going right now.
Right?
The
Why would
white
I
man.
give the white man
I don't like-
my money
Again, the words
when I can
expressed
just
here
pay
on
off
this
the
podcast
house?
are not of
When I mean the
Smoke
white
World,
man, I'm talking
and
about
that
solar power energy. We don't
I don't
have
know. I do apologize.
we
Let
don't
me
control
apologize to
solar
my
power
audience.
energy.
For my white brothers, we do love y'all. I
Oh,
don't know
man.
what Sketches is talking about. He's having a moment right now. He's going through something. Black Panther. I don't know what's going on, but we love everybody here, Smoke World.
Y'all don't love Dubs in your smoke. World.
Whoa! The guy just came
Uh-oh.
in with his underalls on and his construction hat, like he climbing ladders or something. Okay, we still love him though. Jonathan, we gonna get you in this one, brother. Now, Jonathan is we got Jonathan. We got two J's in here. We got J and J. This will be interesting. Two individuals who are very
Intellectual.
educated, intellectual, use big words that I don't really know.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, do you have solar panels in your home? You do not. Now, are you against getting solar panels in your home? Not okay. Do you have the same mindset that he has about the white people and everything else?
Damn.
It would be based on what it would do to the property value. It's just like, if you had a pool, it doesn't necessarily. Sometimes it can increase your value, sometimes it can't. Kitchens increase your value. Now, I'd have to look and do some research on what solar panels would, how much it would raise the property value, and if it makes sense, makes dollars. It makes sense. It makes dollars.
Well, it's definitely gonna save you some money. Okay, speaking from a guy who has had the solar panels for about
You
maybe
did.
about 8 years now.
And it costs about how much?
So again, it's a lease scenario where now obviously because I got it early in the game, my monthly fee. I'm talking to folks who are getting solar now. They're paying 120, 130, 140 bucks for the lease a month. Mine was $70. Yeah, so that was many moons ago.
So the interest rate, you know the interest rate on it?
I do not off the top of my head. I do not. And like I said, the transfer.
You lost me.
So
You
where's
lost
the
me when you
profit?
said that.
Again,
You
I
lost
don't
me.
recall, sir. I mean,
You
what's
lost
the interest rate on your car? Most people don't even know that right
lost.
now. If you had your car for several years, you probably don't know what your interest rate is. A lot of times, you don't recall that. So it's nothing that you keep. That's information that you need to retain. Like, man, what's my interest rate on my car? Now, some may know that. Some. But average person probably, I don't know. I just got a 60-month. I pay X amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that math. Me too. Yeah.
You do
I
math
know
from the
mine.
beginning. Right. Okay, I'm gonna pay this. It's a 60-month note. I pay
How long?
$475 a month. You may know that, but I'm saying the average person probably don't really recall the interest rate. Not something they retain. I was like 5 years ago, bro. I'm almost done. I got one more year. What was the interest rate? I don't know, like 2 or 3. You know, they might give you that. But to tell you precisely, I don't know. I'll be
Not
lying.
precisely. I'm saying ballpark.
You know, so that's what I'm
Ballpark.
saying. That I mean, again, many years ago, and I haven't had a card note.
So then when you sell that house, you can transfer over that lease.
Right, it's transferable.
That's if they want it. So somebody, if I go to a house and that's on that roof, I'm not looking at the house.
Well, it's you. That's optional because I'm looking at the savings that I'm going to get.
I'm not looking at the house.
Some people don't think, oh, I don't like how it look. I kind of look. This is about saving money. So, but again, each his own. I don't knock their hustle.
Right.
I'm not looking for Pretty Ricky. I'm looking for, hey, is this economically feasible? Hey, I'm saving hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars a year in energy costs.
Now, does it help or hurt the quality of the roof?
Yes, it does.
Neither.
What do you think?
It does.
It does hurt?
Yeah, of course it does hurt.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Coming from a man who's totally against. No, sir. I did the research on that too. No, sir. It does not. And if there's an issue with the roof, they do come out, remove the panels if you got to get a new roof. Because my neighbor just actually experienced that. My neighbor behind me has panels. Before he moved in there, they had them. He got a new roof. Company comes out, take them off. New roof goes
Free
on.
of charge?
They come back out.
They do it
might
free of
be,
charge?
No, it's probably a fee. It is probably a fee.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No, everybody's charging a fee. Ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free.
That's a lot of money.
You trying to get $100 for your stinking humidor?
That's way.
So what we talking about right
That's
now?
too much money. I can't. I'm not giving the white man my money like that. I'm sorry.
So there is no battery. So that's not the option. So there are options now where you actually can get the external scenario where you can store that energy. Like say if you get a blackout.
So
My
you
house is
can't
gonna black out too.
use the solar
'Cause you-
power to run your house.
Because you're
though.
still in the grid.
You can't use the solar power to run your house. It's illegal.
What are you talking about? You can't use it right
You
now?
can't use the solar power to run your house. It's illegal.
No, sir. No, sir. So that's what the battery
It's
will
a
be for.
pairing.
So you can now store that energy, and if power goes out, that stored energy will run your property. That's based on solar.
So underneath the standard unit, you can only use it when there's sun outside. And during
No, it's always sun outside.
No, I mean,
Even at
during-
nighttime, you still will get energy.
Right. Obviously, you're gonna have more.
But at
collection
nighttime,
of
you still will get energy.
during your sunlight hours. So when now we're starting to get your daylight savings time starting next week, and you're gonna have more daylight. So obviously, like I said, I run my air conditioner from June to October basically.
No problem.
Bill maybe $100. My neighbors they paying $500, $600, $700. So that's the difference. That is the difference. I'm like, when I first got there, I was like, how much is your utility bill? They was telling me like, whoa, I'm coming from Philly. Wait a minute, God, how much for $500? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Good,
Solar
but
panels?
If you add it up, so we pay $100 to $125 more than you pay a month.
More.
So let's say $200. So we pay $200
You're paying
more.
$500 right now, sir.
So
You're
that's-
paying a whole lot more than me, bro. You're paying a couple $100 more than me.
$200 more. So let's say
Okay,
$200.
so if I had
So
$200,
so
if I
that's-
was putting $200 on the dress every
So that's
month,
$3,000 a year. So let's say
Savings.
$3,000 a year.
that's not good enough.
We'll say $3,000 a year.
So you don't like that? You don't like the word saving? I like the word savings. I don't know about you, sir. I like savings.
So you take that $3,000 a month.
Because you like to buy cigars.
that $3,000 a year.
How many cigars
Now
can you
times
buy
that times-
for $3,000, sir? A lot of cigars.
How
Okay,
long-
you just got a $20 box that you said was $1,000, and you're trying to sell me one that you had sitting around in the garage for $100.
in a box.
So you're all about the money.
In
So
a box.
How can we
It's a
not
new-
have this
it's a
conversation?
It's a new humidor.
I don't give a damn if it's new, old, or used.
It's new.
You're trying to get $100. So what's going on right now, Jonathan? Am I
If
missing
you
something?
if you didn't hear the story,
Okay, what story I need to hear?
if
sir?
you ain't hear the story, and I'm just telling you a humidor that you anytime you see something, you Google, hey, look what Amazon is having for $180. I'm giving it to you for 100. That's what you do. You Google what's in front of you, see what you have, and you calculate it. So
Listen,
if I sell you a
You
car,
keep us abreast of when you sell that baby for $100. We want to know. We won't be right here. We're not going nowhere. We're right here at this location. So when soon as you sell it, say, yo, man, I got somebody. $100. I got it. And I had to throw in 25 cigars, though.
now that you mention, I forgot I had it in there. And if I did, I bet you.
What is he talking about?
I
What,
get
you
you.
forgot what?
I think Bumpy would have got it. Now that you mention, I forgot
So
that.
Bumpy's the Mikey. He does buy everything.
He might.
Ain't this some
He
bullshit?
might.
Mikey,
don't have
so
one.
Bumpy is Mikey.
Because he don't have one.
How you know? He told you?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just give them to him then? Since you his mans, you know. Why don't you just bless him? Say, you know what? You ain't got one bumpy. God said, let me give you this cheese.
I just blessed him with some sea moss.
That's different.
I worry about his health. I'm worried about his health.
Well, he need to smoke. You know, he got a stressful life.
I worry about his health.
So you can't bless him with a human door.
Alive.
That's what you would do if you was
My
this
job is
man.
keep him alive.
Well, he needs to smoke. It's like Ron. If he ain't smoking, he dying like 2 weeks.
Damn.
2 weeks at the most.
Shit.
At the most. If he can't smoke, what? He going to the upper room. You know, some people just got to keep things going, man. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that, but you keep us abreast of that, bro. Okay? You anti, man. I don't like all this hating white people and all. It's just you messing up the podcast right now. You messing up sponsors right now.
Why did I say I hate white people?
Because I don't like how you said that. You was kind of real radical with it. Like, man, the white man.
I'm from Left Rack.
You know what I mean?
I'm from Left Rack. What do you expect?
Yeah, you messing up. So we're going to have to edit that part out or something. God damn.
I'm from Left Rack.
You know, just talking real crazy and heavy. Oh, man. Yeah,
I don't think we should be investing in something that we have nothing.
Thank you, sir.
I don't think we should invest in anything that we have our hands inside.
Well, I mean, you want to invest in a lot of things. Well,
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We don't have our hand in solar power. We don't have our hand in solar power, so I'm not giving the white man my money.
Here we go to the white man stuff.
Come on, man. Yo, man.
Can you talk to him, sir? Can you share some knowledge?
I'm not doing it.
Yo, man, you gotta say you gotta study the audience, man. You can't come out the box.
What do you mean the box?
Just respectful.
First audience here, man, and you coming on up.
Oh, so you want me to so you want me to change?
No, I ain't asked you to change, man.
So you want me to be straightforward? You don't want me to be straightforward?
Fucking tongue, man.
You don't want to be straightforward? We don't curve our tongue in New York City.
Come on, man.
In New York
We
City.
we don't curve our tongue in New York City. You see it, right?
Y'all get busted in the mouth.
And that's why we become president.
I'm not going through no.
So you want the truth? I can give you the truth. I can give you the truth.
Oh, wow, this is getting good.
I can give you the truth. You know, I can give you the truth. We from New York. We're different from New York. We talk different.
Talk
It
different.
ain't our fault. Yeah, it ain't our fault. It's our nature.
So everybody.
Yeah, it's our
talking.
nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's our nature.
So blame it on New York.
Blame it on New York.
Ain't there some stuff?
Blame
Again,
it on
folks,
New
I do apologize.
That should be a song. Blame it on New York, son.
Wow.
So I don't get included in that shit.
Okay. Head on up to
You-
Albany,
he-
all up
Head up
there.
with Albany.
from
Watertown. Watertown.
Okay.
Watertown.
What other side of
Is,
the
this,
street?
is he from New York?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll fuck with him until some dumb shit come out.
That's my point.
Then you go back over the side of the water.
You don't even engage
But we're different. We're a different beast. We're a different beast. You got a lot of billionaires. You got a lot of successful billionaires coming from where I was raised. So we different. It's very versatile, very powerful.
I don't see how that gives you a pass to talk shit. I'm trying to figure that part out.
We're talking about,
King Kong out here.
let's just say it in the fancy
your ass
way.
down. You get
Diversify
hot,
your portfolio.
Yeah, that part.
Okay? I will fuck with solar energy if that shit is gonna make me rich. I don't need to have my hand directly involved in it. Just need to know how that shit functions.
Right.
Again. Say it again. Preach.
But do you know how it
We got the
functions?
deacon in here.
I
Deacon
know how it.
Deacon Miller's here today.
You know why you don't know how it
I
functions?
put my investment in. Okay.
Hold on, bro.
watch
You know
the
the boy.
residuals.
Hold up. Disclaimer. You know the boy videoing you, right?
I don't care.
How
Alright.
I'm videoing him?
Back up off me, man. I ain't even supposed
Whoa,
to be here.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Man.
What?
Come on, man.
Oh, you think because I got the glasses on that it's on video?
Fucking bro.
Wow.
Wow, you think I'm gonna actually do that?
You better have my permission, and I want 10% of the cut.
Damn. They want
Damn.
10% of the
Damn,
money.
Ain't that something?
They just messed up the church's money
Ain't
with that.
something?
We ain't had nothing in. We ain't have enough offering.
Yeah,
for
I got
that.
hands. Yeah, right. There you go.
We
That's
ain't
what I'm
collect that
talking
much
about.
offering to get 10%.
That's what I'm
brother.
talking
What
about.
you need to do is just educate yourself on how that shit.
Oh, I know how it works. I know how it works.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I know how it works.
Business.
I know how it works.
You just need to know that the residuals coming your way. That's it.
The money. Cash moves everything around me. Cream, get
No,
the money.
it's the-
dollar bill,
It's the
y'all.
law. It's the law that I didn't like about it. I didn't like the law.
What law?
The solar power law.
What's
I don't like the solar power law.
What, he made some new law? He just made some law up right now. He just made up a law.
That you can't fully service your house with 100% solar power. It's against the law. It's against the law to run your house 100% off solar power. It's a federal law.
So you disagree with it if they let you do 90%?
It's not 90% at
I
all.
don't care if it's 60%.
Not enough.
It's not enough.
Because I'm paying for something that I'm not getting 100% of. That's like getting an iPhone.
It's like getting an iPhone. He just went there on the iPhone.
So now I'm going to pay
He's
you money of something that I'm not 100% getting. I'm going to take this money and put it in something that I'm 100% getting.
Such as?
So instead of spending $40,000 on some solar power, I'm going to take that $40,000
Okay,
and
so
double pay my house
now
and
you-
get that house.
This
Now
is
that's a
something
investment.
you guys can't see. This is the
So that's what I'm talking about.
He's sitting up looking aggressive. Like he want to put some work in. He's
A couple of $100. But not-
100% of what that energy cost is going to be.
No, but it's going back to you. It's you going back to you. You instead of giving somebody else your money, pay off your house.
What are you talking about? A tax write-off in some capacity?
No. I'm saying you pay off your house instead of giving $40,000 to the solar power people that we don't have our hands in. Pay off your house. Everybody should be walking around with a paid house. Stop giving other people your money.
Well, you're still going to have to pay your...
May I have your leave? May I have your leave? May I have your leave? Thank you.
Hold on.
Okay, I digress.
Let me yield to the gentleman.
Yield.
Yield to the gentleman.
Yielding to
You
the
can
gentleman.
You can yield back your hours. Yield back his minutes. Yield back his minutes.
Get my minutes back to the gentleman.
Right.
The farmer
Right.
from Ohio. Yielding to the farmer of Ohio.
Right.
Farmer.
Yes, yes. I gotta make up a real good disrespectful name for this cat right quick. You capricious rapskillion. Wow.
The gentleman from Ohio.
What are you talking about?
Order.
Pay off your house, right? Hold on.
Yes.
Let's go through
Where the gavel at?
your quasi-silicism.
Mm-hmm.
Pay off, invest in that. Why instead of do that, pay off your house.
Right. Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
Right.
So what about the land that's on that house stand on?
Nobody owns that.
Oh, this,
Nobody owns
Wait,
that.
Hold on.
But that's nobody owns that.
Absolutely.
Nobody
Nobody
owns that.
owns that.
Shameful that the education
Yeah, but we don't
system
own we don't
But you can't
own
say
it.
nobody
We don't
owns
own the
that.
property. Of course we don't own the land. We don't
say
own the
nope.
land, but I own that house that it sits on and
So you still gonna have to pay.
pay what?
Oh, okay.
Pay
But
what?
Your taxes.
Silicism faulty. Talk about
Pay-
pay your house.
Pay what?
And then do what? You still
And-
gotta pay.
I have to pay, but not my people that's coming behind me. So now my kids ain't got to pay nothing, but I got
You
to
gotta pay property tax, sir.
I was about to say,
You have to pay. Yes.
Property tax.
Thank you
Absolutely,
very much.
sir.
You know what property tax is in Delaware?
I don't give two hot damns as a dollar.
It's a pair.
And they going up
It's
now,
a
too.
pair of. It's two pairs of Alexander McQueens. That's what it is.
And that's going up.
Give me jurisdictions where property tax does not exist.
It does, but it's not nothing to me.
Oh.
I paid what? I paid
So your
$2,800
kids
a
don't pay
year.
that
That's two
property
pair of
tax.
Alexander McQueens.
That property will be seized.
That's nothing. That's
will be
that's
sold at a
bubble
sheriff
gum.
sale.
I spend that in cigars. I spend that in cigars.
And that's the
I spend that in
issue with
cigars.
workers, man. My man always got to put a little analogy with it. That's true, Alexander McQueen.
It is. That's
what
all it
he
is.
put
That's all it
out.
is.
Like, you just
That's all it is.
wistfully
All this is
throw
it.
out
All
there.
this is the
But
trip
at
to
the
King of
same time,
Prussia.
you talk
It's
about
a trip to King of Prussia.
invest in yourself.
It is. It is. It is. Invest in
come
yourself.
on,
Now, what about this scenario?
Take that.
right?
Take that money and open up a company for somebody else.
So a scenario like this, right? So I always heard you're not supposed to. If you can put less down, you should, right? Because your house is gonna appreciate after a certain amount.
Hopefully,
of time.
yes.
And then you'll have that nest egg. You'll have more of that money, your liquid capital, on you. So the situation with the solar panels, where let's say they're $40,000 and it increased your property value $20,000.
It might.
20,000.
It might.
Let's say your house is $100,000. It increases it to $120,000. You've been in the house for say 10 years,
Right.
And your equity now is at $70,000. Now instead of putting the $40,000 into the house, you could have that $40,000. Your house is now worth $20,000 more. Now you can sell that have all that equity, and you still have your nest egg of the
And you're
40,000.
saving everything.
Your house-
and you're saving
Yeah,
money.
your house is gonna
And
it's gonna
energy
make
costs.
money regardless if a
That's not
cow
true.
is on top of that
You have an investment
motherfucker.
on top.
You
That's
can
not
lay a
true.
cow on your roof and you're still gonna make money off your house.
Sir, that's not true.
You can put a cow up there.
The best thing to do is get the property.
Right, exactly.
Own the property.
Own the property. That's
Own the
it.
property.
On the land.
Not you can't own the land. You can't own the land. You're never gonna own the land.
Well,
Well,
Never gonna own it.
no, that's not true.
No.
Certain
They
places
could
you
take your
can.
land and build a railroad right across it.
my cousin-in-law, he just relocated back to Ghana.
I know?
Ah, there it is.
Ghana. Just
Everybody said-
relocated back to Ghana.
Yep, that's the plan.
Okay? He's talking to my wife about purchasing property. You ready for this shit? That might close. $900 for a little bit over an acre.
In Africa?
In Ghana, yeah.
And you buy it once, it's yours forever.
Yeah.
No tax.
So once she said that shit, I'm like, fuck it. Let's buy like 10 acres
Right.
and just let that shit build and just sit. He wants to farm. Okay?
That's a good
So
deal.
He's going to do what he's going to do, and that's an investment.
That's a good deal.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
exactly what I'm.
worst case scenario,
But you're
you got
only
fucking-
you're only telling you're only
No,
saying
so-
exactly what I just said.
Because you said agro, I thought you were saying that he was.
You're saying exactly what I just said.
purchasing the land.
Oh, I didn't
Okay.
hear that part.
Let him do all of the labor and farm and all of that shit, but it's my land.
Right. That's what I said
Okay.
earlier. Oh, so damn.
I'm with you.
Right? You saying the same exactly what I just said.
No,
It's exactly
you
what I said.
say-
Invest in your.
no,
I said invest in yourself. Invest in yourself.
Investing it now.
Well, I just said
Come
invest
on,
in
Trump
yourself.
Jr.
You want to
Trump
rewind the
eight.
tape?
Trump.
You want to rewind the tape?
Come on,
I
Trump.
said invest in yourself.
That's
Invest in
what
somebody
you
else.
wanna do.
Invest in somebody else. Invest in yourself. But don't be giving nobody no extra
No.
money.
See, here's the funny thing about it is, sometimes you got to take those risks where you know money is going to pay its dividends, even if you don't want to exercise giving it to some resources. So, prime example. If I had to say I had to invest in a resource that I'm not really cool with, but I know that residual is going to kick in, I'd much rather get that dough for the residual, let that shit prime up the best way that it could,
Session up in here.
and then take that money and do what I need to do
Oh,
outside.
that's like a 401k.
Bomb.
That's like a 401k.
Bomb. Sometimes you gotta make those sacrifices.
But that's a 401k. Those are and dividends. Those are different. Those are a little different.
I hear you.
Those are a little different. I of course.
I get what you're saying.
I'd rather take a chance with that.
Sketch, I get what you're saying to a degree. But if everybody took that mindset, we'd never get ahead. Right?
No,
So somebody,
we need to take that mindset.
man.
We need to get that mindset. That's why we don't have that mindset, and that's why we're here.
listen,
That's the reason why
One
we're
mic.
here.
One mic. One
money
mic.
to make some money,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And if I invest
You gotta let money work for you when
$20,000
you're not working.
on the roof, pay the company back, whatever. If I'm able to cut some money, save some money, whatever. You know, you at the end of the day, you make in the long haul, like you trying to make sure that your kids don't have whatever to pay on a mortgage and so on and so forth,
In the perpetuity.
right? You may end up in a better place long term.
Well, you just said it. You take money to make money, right?
Right.
So if I paid extra money on my house, my son ain't got to spend a dime. Now he has extra money to do whatever he want. Legacy. And that's what I'm trying to say. Put in yourself first. Put in yourself
You can
first.
do that.
No, we have to do that immediately,
But here's-
right away.
So let me hit you in the pocket.
Your house will be an
Let me-
investment. It's no
let me hit you in
different.
the
That's
pocket.
From
it's
what
an
we said.
investment. You,
This,
that's
these
right,
are
it's an investment.
these are all investments, sir.
Is your bank black owned?
My bank black owned?
Thank you.
Is my
Is
bank?
your bank black owned?
No,
Okay.
no.
Take your money out of the bank by your theory.
Take my
Because they're holding on to your money, investing your money.
because we don't have black banks that does
you
not.
do.
United. Yeah, United.
They
What
don't.
United.
Alabama?
Had one in
You ain't let me.
Philly.
You ain't let me finish.
Right now,
You ain't let me
United.
finish.
He had one in Philly.
Yeah, United.
Let me finish. Let
I'm
me
ready to
finish.
take some of your candy, Sketch.
I get what you're saying.
Man, you better stop it.
But like absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, watch
Being
that.
being
Yeah, yeah,
being
I know.
being
Yeah,
leaned
watch
all
it.
one way ain't gonna work. It's tempering. You gotta temper it. We ain't gonna ever get ahead to have something where we have our own credit unions,
know what I'm saying?
our own banks, our
Right,
own
so I'm saying-
solar energy.
You said there's not a black bank in the state of Delaware that does VA. I would have went there. That's the reason we don't have blank banks that does VA loans in Delaware, because we're not taking care of ourselves.
I nominate you the CEO of the other.
So that's the reason why.
Bank then. Started off from a shoebox.
I don't know about
New
nominating
York.
CEO.
Started off from a shoebox in New York.
Hello? Shoebox.
He
Hello?
is COO. Let's get somebody
Yeah.
else in the CEO.
Right.
Started off.
Yeah, don't worry
from a
about it.
shoebox.
Don't answer it. I'm gonna talk to him.
Oh man. Oh man.
And that's
Security.
and we don't do legacy because of that. And that's
yeah,
that's the problem. We don't have legacy because we don't do that. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we have, is that we rather get our own apartments and get our own little studio apartments instead of Indians do it. Every other race do it besides us. They come together and they buy one house. Then they come together, then they buy another house. Then when they grow up, they ain't got their houses paid for. And while we live in these little small apartments and studios, and we do it all the time.
I prefer to live in those accommodations because I refuse to cut grass.
There's certain things that you just don't pay for.
Yeah.
As a result of being a part of an apartment complex, a condo,
Yes, sir.
or in a community where you got an association.
Well, now, if you don't care about legacy, you're right. You're right. If you don't care about legacy,
That's not necessarily
that.
true.
You can't say that.
you have to leave a legacy.
I tell you what,
Legacy.
what the missus taught me, she's 7 years younger than me.
7.
7 years younger.
Mhm.
We've been living in apartments and condos for pretty much the entire 18-year stretch that we've lived together. But we've owned property. Okay? So that is residual.
Right. Exactly.
You making money now. You making money off of that.
Exactly.
I work because I just like going
Exactly.
into the
It's
office
an ethic.
and being involved with people.
So
Even
owning.
if you were retired, that has a you got
that
to.
shit
that's-
is just money over money over
that's-
money. Once I get my nice little chunk, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invest in a fucking golf course.
Right.
But that's property. That's exactly
So
what I
I
was
can go
saying.
swing them
But
clubs
that's
whenever I
that's
want.
but that's what I'm talking. That's what exactly what I'm saying. You want to take.
Residual income.
You want to pay off your
Even
property.
at the 19th hole, huh?
Man, look, all that shit. and my wife is a chef.
Right.
So she can run the fucking banquet hall.
Right. Right.
I think about that shit. So to your point, you're saying some shit that makes sense. It's just the method that you're trying to go about it.
Yeah.
You know? I would do it a little differently.
Hence, I said his silicism is a little faulty.
Right.
Damn.
Well, we speak like I said. New Yorkers speak different. It's going to always be. It's always.
the
It's,
same excuse.
no, it's going to be a
That,
culture
let's
shock.
move
It's
on.
a culture shock. It's a
Wow.
culture shock. It
Well,
is.
Because property,
It
like,
is.
the property that you're looking for, we don't get in New York unless you get on the outskirts. Okay?
Mhm.
We grew up around the 5 boroughs. North Jersey
Right, right.
is just as much compact as that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you get into Connecticut, you got to get upstate. You got to get out into New England. You got to get into South Jersey to start getting into that area where there's property.
Yeah.
And the big thing again, do you have the liquid that you can fuck with purchasing property? That's the big thing.
That's
the big
right.
thing.
That's why we need to stop getting these little studio apartments and cop that property.
Well, you gotta
So
crawl
now-
before you walk, though.
That's why I say
Huh?
Delaware.
You gotta crawl before you walk.
That's why I say
We've been crawling for hundreds of years. We've been crawling for hundreds of years.
I told my wife
Some have.
8
We've been crawling for most of us.
Desire to walk.
Most of us.
You know what I'm saying?
But most of us been
down
crawling.
there.
Most of us been
And we were
crawling.
slow on it.
We're the only ones that's crawling though.
Look at
No, I know.
Smyrna because
We're the only ones that's crawling.
Middle full.
You said what?
The trailer
Like,
park
you
used to
like
stay
you got
middle
like
full.
Westover, you think that
You understand?
Over side,
But your crawling is a
now
mindset.
you need to get further.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It takes responsibility to walk. It takes an ethic to walk.
Yeah.
When you got bills and responsibility, that means you take yourself up every day, whatever, and punch a clock.
Right.
You
You
know what I
know.
mean?
It's just sad that we're the only race that don't come together. We the only race that don't come together
We
and
ain't the only.
stay in one house, pay off that house, buy another one. Somebody else leave, buy another one. Somebody else leave, buy another one. Every other race do it. Indians do it.
You could give birth to a whole lot of organizations then. I think you should start the first family house. Start inviting families to come in. Set a financial advisor.
My own family.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I think that's the key.
Have you done that?
To be born and raised in a house that's already paid for, we don't get that pleasure.
Here's the crazy
We don't
part.
get that pleasure, and people don't even know how that feels if you grow up and you're young and your house is already paid for. So now,
It's many. There are many families who have done that, but they just jacked it up.
It means nothing to us.
we don't talk.
We
We don't teach that. We don't teach that.
teach our kids that.
So when I say it, it sounds weird.
I'm a product
So I
of being
get it.
taught.
I understand. It sounds weird when I say it.
Every
So I get it.
thing had a lesson in it. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? My dad said, "Why are you gonna walk past that? And that belongs upstairs. So take that with you on your way upstairs, and that upstairs belongs down here. So bring that on your way down, and then do whatever you need to do." No, thank you. Good.
Yeah.
I learned from my dad by observing.
Yeah.
He didn't talk much. I just watched him function.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I proudly wear his name.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's not, when you have those parents that always want to chit chat and talk about all that shit, and they give you some good advice,
Right.
but a lot of times they talking that
Overload.
bullshit.
It's overload.
Right.
One ear and out the other.
And it's crashing. Like, you talking about system crash,
Right.
motherfuckers crashing. Observe. So you know what Lester did?
Right.
If I get up like 5:30 every morning,
Right.
take that fucking bus up into Journal Square, take the PATH train over to New York, take the subway over to Brooklyn to do his job 5 days a week.
And probably was too tired to do anything other than take care of family Saturday and Sunday.
To come home and smoke a fucking dime.
That was my father.
I would go outside smelling like some
so that-
fucking
that-
weed and fried fish.
So that was my father. So I learned from my father. My father bought the land, 5 acres of land, sold 2 acres, bought his house. So, oh shit, that shit is cool as shit. I'm gonna do the same thing when I grow up. And I did it. But had he not told me that, or I put it in my mind, I wouldn't have did it. Because where you gonna get it from?
Right, where you gonna get it from?
So you got 40 acres in the mule. Where's this located at?
In Georgia.
Georgia. Okay.
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, Florida. I
No,
mean, Fayetteville, Georgia.
But it's out of Snesville, not too far from Snesville.
There's trees on the land. What is it?
Snesville. You know what Snesville's at?
No.
In-
You said
Snesville.
Fayetteville.
Snesville.
I don't know Snitchville.
Snesville.
There's trees on the land. What
It's about, so it takes me about 20 minutes to get to Stone Mountain from there.
Oh, damn.
Okay. That's where my father was born. Stone Mountain, Georgia. Okay.
Right out of Gwinnett County.
Alrighty,
Right out
man.
of Gwinnett County.
This was heavy.
Is that Arthur Lee?
And
This
he
was
built,
heavy.
and he built his own house with his hands, his own hands.
Crazy shit.
That's crazy. He built his own house.
Down there, or what we
Yeah,
talking?
Georgia. He built his own house.
Is that where he's from?
How you have
No, he's
those-
from Brooklyn.
those-
He's from
those
Brooklyn.
that are cousins, right?
Okay. Did he have what ties did he have to Georgia? Was family from down there?
Nah, he just
Just went on the
left.
humbug.
Yeah, went on the humbug. He ain't got no family down there. Correction officer.
Okay.
The
Correction
family-
officer.
The family
Correction officer.
bought their land.
Yeah, he was a
and
correction
had their
officer.
3 houses stacked up
Probably
next to each
probably was running from child
other.
support. Who
Oh,
knows?
man, I'm talking
Could have been,
about
you know.
Running from
But
child
we ain't here to
support.
judge.
old school grandmas
They
that
can't
fight
find me out here.
tobacco
Yeah.
with them spit cans, with them 10 spit cans.
Motherfucker owed me $170,000 in child support, bastard.
Oh, you? Oh, you mean
My
your mom?
godmother
Told him that shit. He was like, that's funny. Nah, I'm serious, daddy.
and Walmart
He said, this is gonna be
Oh,
yours.
you.
built 2
100 and
I'm like, I
ain't
don't
owe
want
you
that shit.
ain't
I
owe
don't
you
want this shit. I
a
want
cotton
money.
picking thing. We mean you owed you.
check like
Ain't owe you nothing.
He's like, all this is gonna be yours. I said, Dad, you don't even got air conditioning.
My sister,
Don't even have air
we
conditioning.
had land and we didn't know that.
Wow,
I don't
this
need air conditioning.
podcast was
I ain't
wild,
need no air
people.
conditioning.
That
This was a
Lisa
wild
trying to
podcast.
purchase
Turn
so
left,
they
turn
could
right,
go,
and
like
we're
that.
gonna shut it down right
They
now
couldn't-
because
they
it's
couldn't
got
do it
wild.
because
So,
Sketches was
moral of the story.
it was like,
Is there a moral? Is there a moral to the story? Is there really a moral?
There's
to
a moral to the
sir?
story.
What is the moral? To
The moral to the
sir?
story is
Let me hear this. This is gonna get good.
legacy. We need to start talking about legacy.
And I'm not against that, sir.
We need to start
But-
talking about legacy.
So like I said, your process is a little different.
Yeah.
Okay, I
You
like
know.
the end goal of what you're trying
You know,
to get.
we're not
to. I
trying.
agree with you.
We're not trying to give our kids 10 boxes of Nikes.
No, but this is why we'll push back, because there are a lot of properties that were left to grandchildren and children, but they fucked it up. You know, grandma paid it off, and they in there, they ain't doing right.
I've seen that happen too.
So
I've seen that happen too.
right, but again, that's
I've
more
seen that happen
education.
too. Yeah, I've
So,
seen that happen too.
It's not that it doesn't happen.
I've seen it happen. Yo, I've seen it. They
So-
couldn't even pay the county tax. They
That's
couldn't
my
even pay
point.
the taxes on it.
That's my whole point. So education is the key. Podcast went wild, went left, right, came to the center, and up and down, it's all over the place. But it's all good.
Sounds familiar?
Yeah, life.
Trump.
Oh wow, we're not going there, sir. We're hanging up. We're hanging up the microphones right now, folks. We're hanging up the microphones. Sketches is in the
Put the
building.
album out.
Sketches now. How can they support you?
Put the
Since you're
album
going to be
out.
selling this bootleg humidor of yours, where can they find this humidor at? You might want to put it online. What they Facebook Marketplace? What, you got a name?
Yeah, I'm putting it on. I'm probably gonna put it on.
Well, give it a shot. I'm gonna let you do that, man. I ain't gonna charge you nothing, because
No.
nobody would charge you $20.
But right now, I'm gonna try to do it with friends first before I put it out. I let the
Okay,
friends
you
get the
say you're
first
gonna get the
dibs.
bumpy. You give
Yeah,
it
yeah.
the bumpy. You don't like that idea, though, do you? You don't like that.
I'm gonna give it to him.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm gonna
'cause
give it to him
everybody's
for a
wicked.
motherfucking price.
Wow, you's a rat bastard.
For
All
a motherfucking price.
right, sir.
Oh shit!
That's my price. It's melted.
All right, how can people follow you, man?
I brought chapstick for you, which you was here the other day.
Yeah, you do have chapstick. You got all kind of stuff, bro.
I left that motherfucker in the car.
Damn. That's a little grease puddle. That little grease tube.
Dipping my
Yeah, it's a little grease
all
tube.
around and shit.
I got one with your name on it, man. I got.
Oh, damn. Listen, man. Again, how folks can follow you, bro? What's the deal? Give it to them.
www.rockandrodproductions.com. If you want to stay alive, purchase off the website. If you want to die, fuck you.
Damn. Yeah, he's real gangster, this podcast. He's very gangster. Smoke World Podcast is the website. Smoke World
It's
Podcast
up to you.
is
It's up to you if
IG.
you want to live.
That's true.
It's up to
You
you.
know,
You
sometimes-
want high blood pressure?
Well, sometimes
you want
have that
gout.
right. I mean, God might say something.
You
that,
want-
you know.
You say, well, oh, yeah, God.
If
Yeah.
God say, look, that ain't
You're
gonna
right,
happen.
you're
I don't care
right.
much see Moss.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. I don't give a fuck what you take.
Right. That part. He
get
just he overrules all that. He overrules it all. But look, we out.
We
Peace
out.
and love.
Peace.
It's the Smoke World Podcast.